Here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Forty's the line. Squeeze.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. I'm
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Dashing through the snow. The 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously cost her.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Draw play, it's Eckler. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He'll let it go. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike 51. Tackles.
Jackson from the shotgun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 yards there and a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Switch, switch, switch.
Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift. That's it. He's cracked up. He's checking crack. 51 to Mike, boy. 51.
From the gun, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
You can't get past me.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our
Odell Beckham Jr. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
I got him.
Operating from the gun. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
I think it's okay there they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
49, check 49, check 49.
Check her out.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches, but it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Jackson now, operating from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Ready. 14 money. Baby.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Watch the safety creep. Undercrush.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker now to add the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield is going to go for a big play down into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson going to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Check.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
53, check, 53.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback, Denzel Ward. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's
pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Matt Judon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On second down, Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
180. Right now, let's go. Mike 48.
Third and long for Mayfield. He'll get this to Eckler. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check. 3 down. Hey, watch number 33. Watch number 33. Ford is the mark.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
At the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Single. 15's mine. I got 15.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. Roberts has it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
We want it. Come to my work.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Six guys. Check 6 guys.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Tucker with the extra point, and that will get them 1 closer. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run here with Eckler, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing, Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Mayfield now. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
They'll run with Chubb. And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against? Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They go play action. Mayfield. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough third and goal forthcoming.
Watch the whip.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Now Mayfield on third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will push the lead up to 5. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man. It's Brown. There he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
I'm coming.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
This one fielded at the 5. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll return this one all the way out of the other side of the field.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Mike.
180.
He's coming. Switch.
A first down throw for Mayfield. A beautiful fake. It's caught by OBJ. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Now Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check 43. He's checking. Crash.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
26.
Here we go. Check. Crunch. Watch twist. Switch.
Check.
Big air.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Let's get it. Let's go. Henry. 44 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. 2 seconds. 4-30 to Mike. Mike's 4-4.
Now it's Jackson. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? Now a throw here to his running back. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for Cleveland. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This is Hunt on the draw play. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go, you tighten up. Let's go, you tighten up. Hey, 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
From the gun, Jackson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Chris Wormley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. It's caught, Beckett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mayfield. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw, Mayfield. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 39-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing now is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. He'll return it from the 6. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll get this out wide to Taylor. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now another one thrown incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Ravens, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.